What is going on, guys? It is Wrestlelamia here, back with some more news. Join us now as we look at this week's edition of Dynamite, as well as the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including John Cena says he doesn't have much time left in WWE, was Randy Orton upset before his return, a top free agent spotted in AEW, the truth behind Andrade's AEW exit, is Mandy coming back to WWE, and much more. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Also check out our new website, Wrestlelamia.com. As always, we won't recap the show, but just look at the good, the bad, and the downright ugly. As always, we start off with the good as number 1, Hook wrestles the match of his life. And Dynamite's main event was a classic example of booking an underdog and making him look capable without diminishing his opponent's credibility as a badass. This could have been a disaster, as the idea of Hook beating Samoa Joe is ridiculous. However, that wasn't the story. No, Hook had the proverbial snowball's chance in hell of defeating AEW World Champion Samoa Joe, but he made the most of his opportunity, looking strong in defeat by refusing to quit despite some hellacious punishment. Number 2, a solid trios match. Last night's match for the Ring of Honor World 6-Man Tag Team Championship was exciting, not only for the in-ring action, but the element of surprise as to who would win. Gates of Agony and Brian Cage and the trios team of Bullet Club Gold were evenly matched, making the outcome uncertain, unlike most of last night's matches. Number 3, Dustin delivers. Another surprise was last night's Christian vs Dustin Rhodes match. Dustin continues to defy Father Time, putting on exciting matches and even delivering a Canadian destroyer. While the idea of Dustin being a title contender is hard to swallow, the match certainly delivered, and fans likely forgot about the inevitable outcome. Number 4, Swerve Strickland's microphone magic. As Swerve Strickland's promos have become a highlight at Dynamite, and AEW is finally utilizing the tremendous talent by furthering his feud with Adam Page and having Swerve aim for the AEW World title. His remarks that Adam Page could beat God but that he can't beat Swerve epitomized his arrogance and style. Number 5, the Young Bucks heel turn shows promise. The Young Bucks have been treading water for far too long, and last night's promo shows promise that Nicomet Jackson, or should we say Nicholas and Matthew, are ready for another main event program, this time against Sting and Darby Allin. The theme of the Bucks looking to restore AEW to its original vision as potential, and having the Bucks target Sting as an outsider who doesn't fit the mold is a great start. Number 6, AEW honors Jay Briscoe. Last night's tribute to Jay Briscoe was a really nice touch and an effective way for AEW to acknowledge his legacy and how the company honors its wrestlers. The segment served its purpose without seeming exploitative, and a great women's match. Now, we're not going to make a bold prediction that there's hope for the AEW's women's division, but last night's Anna Jay vs Deonna Purrazzo was an entertaining match and an example of what fans expect. But that was a good. What about the bad? As number 1, AEW needs to amp up star power on Dynamite. And last night's card was sorely lacking in star power. Samoa Joe's title defense against Hook was a pleasant surprise, but once again, Dynamite seemed like a glorified episode of Rampage. While AEW wants to elevate acts like Private Party, Top Flight, Penta Commander, and Trent Beretta, it doesn't need to book all of them on Dynamite. It also needs to be more carefully selective about who challenges for titles if it wants to make matches outcome suspenseful. Other than that, there was nothing downright ugly. Last night's Dynamite seemed like a case of AEW throwing things at the wall to see what stuck, but the overall match quality saved it from drifting into being a dud. What would you guys think of Dynamite last night? Let us know in the comments down below. Now let's move on to the news. Now, first story looks at New Day reuniting on WWE television. On top of today's news is the announcement that the New Day will reunite on WWE TV next week. Xavier Woods, Kofi Kingston, and Big E are scheduled for next week's edition of The Bump. Naturally, the WWE Universe is psyched because Big E hasn't been on TV since his catastrophic injury in 2022. Some fans believe that Big E's appearance could lead to news that the former champion is cleared to wrestle and may even compete in the Royal Rumble. With Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods outnumbered in their feud with the Imperium, a return by Big E could even the odds. What do you guys think? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up, John Cena says he doesn't have much time left in WWE. It's almost the end of the road for John Cena's WWE career. That's coming straight from the 16-time world champion who recently told people, "I turned 46 this past year and I don't have much time left in the WWE. It's not for a lack of passion for wrestling or having a greater interest in acting, I think it's just the demand of age." Cena, who made a well-received return in 2023 during the Hollywood actors strike, appeared on TV and worked several matches, including the bout at Crown Jewel, where he put Solo Sikoa over very strongly. However, rumor has it that Cena required 2 surgeries after his run in WWE due to the wear and tear on his body during his run. The GOAT said he'll never forget everything the WWE has given to him, and that's the big reason why he doesn't want to give the fans a half-baked performance when he wrestles. I wouldn't be who I am professionally or personally without the WWE, and I promised myself that I would never simply just be there for my own sake. Every time I perform, I want to give my all to the audience, and I've got to admit when I hit the 45 mark, I had to begin to try and form an exit strategy, and I'm trying to work on that currently. While Cena knows his WWE career is winding down, he's still figuring out how to wrap it up. However, some comments from Randy Orton suggest the Viper has an idea on how it can happen, as Randy Orton talks a dream match with John Cena. Could the WWE Universe see John Cena working his final match at WrestleMania, assuming Cena's schedule permits it? Randy Orton appeared on the bump and discussed how he'd love to wrestle Cena at the Showcase of the Immortals. A dream match for me would be to somehow find myself in a situation where I'm fighting John Cena at WrestleMania for the title. I don't know how you get there, I'm not saying it's gonna happen, but I've never wrestled John at WrestleMania in a singles match. Would you guys like to see Cena vs Orton, even though this would be probably the 10,000th time they faced each other? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up, was Randy Orton upset before his Survivor Series return? Why was Randy Orton upset before his Survivor Series return? Orton returned to WWE after an 18-month injury-related absence, teaming up with Cody Rhodes, Jey Uso, Sami Zayn, and Seth Rollins to defeat the Judgment Day and Drew McIntyre in a War Games match. However, the Viper recently revealed that he was initially upset when the WWE announced his return on Raw, spoiling what could have been a major surprise. Orton appeared on the bump explaining, "Fun little side story to that day. For a month prior, there was all these rumors online that I was coming back, but there was also rumors that CM Punk was coming back. Instead of it being a surprise that it was me, instead of Punk, they let everyone know a week prior Randy Orton is going to be the one joining Cody's team in War Games. Kinda let the wind out of my sails a little bit because I've gone for a year and a half and there's all this anticipation. People have been expecting me to return for the past 6 months because I've been out so long." Indeed, Orton's return became a running joke as fans heard rumor after rumor that Orton's return was imminent. Pictures of Orton looking absolutely jacked led to fans thinking he could return at any day. However, those rumors turned out to be false. To be fair, the WWE told fans Orton's return wouldn't be soon, but given the company's habit of working the fans, the WWE Universe was skeptical. What do you think of Randy's reaction to the WWE spoiling his surprise return? Do you think they made the right decision? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up, a top free agent spotted in AEW. Fightful Select reports that Camille showed up backstage at a recent Dynamite and the interest in her from the WWE. Fightful was told in the recent weeks that WWE was expected to make an offer to her to join the NXT brand. Those we've spoken to haven't confirmed she signed a deal as of yet and believe that she was visiting friends at the show. 2024 seems like the year of the free agent as many wrestlers are in free agency or about to enter it. Do you think Camille would end up in AEW or the WWE or somewhere else? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up, the truth behind Andrade quitting AEW. Details are emerging on Andrade's last days in AEW and his exit, including a report that he considered staying in the promotion. Andrade, who worked his last AEW match in a losing effort to mirror at AEW World's End, is expected to appear in the WWE. Now Fightful Select is providing some background on his departure. The report notes that Andrade signed a 2-year deal with AEW, but that his stay in the promotion was extended due to the time he missed due to injury. The report explains that Andrade thought about staying in AEW, but as the end of 2023 neared, he knew he was done with the company. Andrade also let AEW management know his intentions shortly before World's End. One of the more interesting parts of the report concerns when Andrade was expected back in WWE. Many within AEW believed that they would see Andrade on WWE programming the week after he left the company. However, Fightful is reporting that WWE sources have not officially confirmed Andrade is WWE bound, but the others have stated that he was likely to head there. When will he make his return, assuming he and the WWE have reached a deal? Well, the Royal Rumble seems like a great place. However, the WWE's policy of keeping wrestlers off TV until they have a program for them could lead to weeks or even months before Andrade debuts. While a return will pop the WWE Universe, Triple H's policy of avoiding this type of hotshot booking means an Andrade appearance at the Rumble can't be taken for granted. And finally, Mandy Rose talks WWE return. And last but not least, could fans see Mandy Rose return to the WWE after a 2022 release? She discussed this on the Power Alphas podcast, saying, "I can't say for sure whether I'll ever return to WWE. I don't have a crystal ball to predict the future. Right now I'm enjoying my life. We're about to get married and we have many exciting plans, trips and projects in the work." That's my answer. You should never say never. I will say that if I were to consider a return, it would be for my fans. I know you miss me and I miss you too. Would you guys like Mandy Rose to return to WWE? Let us know in the comments down below, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.